During a graduation speech in Washington, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said a new multilateral approach is necessary to prevent hunger and improve health care, education, and global security. He said the economic crisis demonstrates the world's interdependence in the most visible way.
Who would have thought a few years ago that a mortgage crisis in Arizona or Florida would bring down governments in Europe and shake the economies and societies of Latin America, Asia, and Africa? Perhaps we should have seen it coming and acted sooner. Even so, our response has been encouraging.
Mr. Ban said the international response to the H1N1 flu epidemic is another example of countries cooperating together.
We insisted that information, medicines, vaccines, and financial resources be shared by all so that the poorest and the most vulnerable nations would not be disproportionately hurt and all of us endangered.
But the UN Secretary General said the international community must put more effort into tackling issues such as climate change. He said before time runs out, an agreement must be reached to reduce greenhouse gases blamed for global warming.
For 2.5 years, I have circled the globe, calling attention to an essential threat to humankind. I have seen the ice sheets breaking up in Antarctica and glaciers melting in the Andes.
Although the UN has deployed about 26,000 peacekeeping troops in the Darfur region of Sudan, Mr. Ban said, they have not been able to stop the fighting between rebels and the government. He blamed the difficulty on stalled political negotiations and a failure of multilateralism.
We got troops in, but nations calling for them did not fully back up. They did not put up the resources, such as helicopters, to allow us to project our forces and effectively fulfill our mission, saving lives and helping those in need. Darfur shows what happens when multilateralism does not work as it should.
Mr. Ban said the UN is working to intervene early to prevent worldwide conflicts and the need for expensive peacekeeping missions. He said, however, that the international community must join together and help. Deborah, VOA News, Washington.